First, have you ever thought about what sort of career or occupation you'd like to go into?
Yes, I think about that every day.
Every day?
Yes.
Well, tell me more about that.
Well, since I was young, I always wanted to become the president of the United States, and I think that everyone should have a dream, but you should take actions towards your dream. And so I joined the debate team when I was in high school, and while I'm in college, I'm debating, so I can make a step extra over to, pursuing my dream in politics.
So you're still thinking actively about going into a political career?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
now,
much.
At this point, what is your career goal?
My career goal at this point, to basically graduate college and immediately go into graduate school. Not take a year off after college, but immediately get into graduate school.
Okay. All right. Now, after you finish college and graduate school,
Yes.
what do you think will be your first political career goal?
My first political career goal, well, some say I should run for little offices or minor offices like congressman, but I want to run for maybe mayor of New York City.
If something better came along, could you imagine giving up on this goal and changing your career path and doing something very different?
It all depends on the situation. It depends on what do you mean by better. This is what better can come along.
Well, can you imagine anything better than becoming a politician and a servant of the city or a mayor?
If I become a king of England, that would be the next step. Besides the mayor, if I got like appointed the king of England, the princess married me. Yeah, that'll be next.
How did you decide that this was the right career for you?
How did I decide? I think I was born with this trait of communicating and talking. Ever since I was a child, I always wanted to be president, and my surroundings, everyone used to tell me, Cedric, you're going to be the next president. When I was in elementary school, I was voted class president. Junior high, I was voted class president. And same thing with high school. So, I adapted that kind of environment.
Okay. All right. Now, so was this a difficult choice for you to decide on a career in politics? A difficult choice that required a lot of careful thought, or did it really just seem like a natural thing to do?
It's natural. It comes natural that I should become a politician, but it's difficult. Every step you take it seems to be harder and challenging. And in life, there's no life without a challenge.
All right. So the decision itself isn't difficult, but
No.
taking the actions are.
Yes.
Okay.
And they both coincide.
Oh, that makes sense. Now, have your parents told you what sort of career they would like to see you go into, and how much influence do you think your parents have had on your career decision?
Yes, my mother and my father wanted me to work for New York City Transit. That's why they sent me to New York City Transit High School. It had no effect.
New York Transit?
New York City.
That's what they wanted you to do?
High School. Yes, they wanted me to work
No
for
influence, though?
No influence at all, not at all.
Okay, so your goal is to get a college degree and then go into law
Straight to
school?
graduate school, yes.
When you say graduate school, do you mean specifically law school or some other type of graduate program?
I would hope law school, but I don't know what's going to happen. Things might change. I might want to go into get a PhD in English, or psychology. And I'm looking into a lot of different other things, but I still want to be based around politics.
I want to ask you some questions about your beliefs and values.
Yes.
First of all, do you consider yourself a religious person?
Sometimes and sometimes not. I'm pretty undecided about that, because at this time I'm questioning whether there is a God, and if there is a God, but why would He make a Bible that have so many rules that directs itself towards hurting other people and saying something what one person is doing is wrong, but what you're doing is right. I don't believe if there's a God that He would say, His creations are wrong.
Okay. Well then, what do you believe in? Are there particular values or causes, for instance, that are important to you?
I believe that everyone should be treated equally, and I believe that that you should do unto others you want to be done to yourself, and that basically don't hate anyone. Respect and tolerate, even though you don't like something and you still think it's wrong. It doesn't give you the right to go out there and hurt someone else because you think it's wrong.
Do you ever have any doubts about your beliefs and principles?
Do I have any doubts? No, no. I'm really stubborn.
Okay. Have you ever considered the possibility that very religious people might be right?
No, never.
Yeah.
I can never say I have.
Okay. How similar are your beliefs and values to those of your parents?
Totally different.
Totally different. Tell me more.
My mother believes, she believes that a lot of things, like, I believe that the Bible, I don't believe too much in the Bible. I don't believe in stressing the Bible too much. My mother, she loves the Bible. She believes that the Bible is the last say. And she believes that everything it says in the Bible is what should be done. And, like, example, abortion. She don't believe in abortions, but I'm not saying I believe in abortion, but I believe that you should have a choice on abortion. My mother don't believe in abortion. Same-sex marriages, my mother don't believe in. I'm open and I'm tolerant, and she's not.
Okay. Now, in terms of politics, do you think
Yes.
of yourself as more conservative or more liberal than your friends?
Very, my friends, you say?
Your friends.
Most of my friends are very liberal.
Okay.
So I'm liberal with my friends because my family is is very conservative.
All right, so compared to your family and maybe to
I'm liberal.
young people in general,
Yes.
you're more liberal. But compared to your particular group
Cool.
of friends,
Yes.
do you think that you're even more liberal than that group? A little more conservative, or are you kind of smack in the middle for your immediate circle?
And that group is pretty wild. They're pretty wild. I'm probably more conservative.
Now, how similar are your political views to those of your parents?
Different, very different. And I'm afraid that maybe in the near future they'll change, but right now if I run for president, my mother won't vote for me. Because I'm totally different from